So there are a lot of tropes out there. You can have an encyclopedia's worth of tropes for so many different genres. You can have a whole load of tropes based on horror genres, on hero characters, on background characters, on other worlds. You can have scientific tropes, you can have nonsensical tropes, you can have tropes for everything. And I do want to go into more detail of my favourites and not so favourites, so I thought, why not just have a little bit of fun on this cozy but rainy day where I'm here stuffing my face with ice cream. Oop, spoon went away. Stuffing my face with ice cream. Halo Top, not sponsored. If you want to sponsor me, please do. I love your brand. Yeah, I just wanted to have a little bit of fun tonight and just talk about tropes that I really, really enjoy. And if this goes well, then I might talk about tropes from specific genres and specific characters that I really like, others that I might not like, but yeah, we'll just have fun with it. So today I want to talk about my top 5 favourite story tropes. So these are going to be tropes that if I'm in a bookshop or I'm looking through Amazon and I'm just in the mood to sink my teeth into a new story, these are the 5 things that will really grab my attention. They're my go-to, they're tropes that I love using in my own stories, especially when it comes to Nano and stuff like that. They're just ones that I just love. So let's get to it. Let's have a look at my top 5 favourite story in general tropes. Starting with number 5, I love other worlds. And that sounds so vague, but I'm deliberately making this vague because this is just the things that I go to. So don't get me wrong, stories that are based in our world with everyday life, those can be really interesting and really well done, but there's nothing like exploring a new civilization or a new world where magic is real, or an alternate universe where maybe just one thing is different, or even better, other worlds and our worlds combining and just bleeding into each other. I mean, I want weirdness, I want craziness. I mean, Alice in Wonderland, Narnia, Six of Crows, The Dragon Prince, yes, I'm even going into TV shows, not just books. They all have other worlds that just have so much lore and potential. I do not have the potential to speak English today, apparently. I just love when people have so much creativity and so many ideas that they can create something entirely new. And it's not just a new land or a new town, it's a new world. And when that has the potential to combine with our own world, it just opens so many doors. And supernatural. Make them supernatural. Make them magic and demonic and weird and strange. I love it. Give me all of that. Give me all the supernatural weirdness, but do it well. And you can do so much with it. I think that's why I love this trope so much, is because even though another world, or two worlds combine, or a chosen one has to travel to another world or something like that, it's the same trope over and over again. I am not denying that. But you can do so much with it, and it can be done in so many different ways, and that fascinates me, how one little thing can just be twisted and turned and feel unique every single time, and I love it. All you need is love. Da 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 da. Trope number 4 that I love. The conspiracy. Now, this is very similar to a mystery, but a conspiracy is a mystery that's already been solved. Everyone knows the mysterious goings on in this town. Everyone knows what the creepy neighbour was hiding in his basement. Everybody knows what really went down in the old orphanage. It's a mystery that's been solved. Or is it? Because there's always going to be that one person, that one raving lunatic that was speaking the truth the whole time, or the one little crockety old neighbour who just so happened to have been there and something may not have been translated correctly. It just cracks open a solved mystery in a brand new light, and now your characters are like, well, why was this covered up? Why Did they lie? Why is everyone pretending that this mystery is solved when there's clearly so much more going on? You take that mystery and you flip it on its head. You've got a double mystery, you've got a conspiracy, because now not only is the mystery reopened with new information, but also now your characters have a conflict of why was this covered up in the first place? Why were people spreading lies? Who is really behind it and what's really going on? It gives you so much more to sink your teeth into, and it opens the doors to so many twists and turns, and there's just potential. Again, I love stories that have potential to do something new. Trope number 3. Here comes the cavalry! Come on. I mean, Endgame is the one I'm thinking of right now. Just when those... Right, spoiler alert for Endgame and Dragon Prince Season 3, if you haven't heard it. I'm giving you warning now, I will give another warning when spoilers are over. But the end of Endgame, when, you've had your heart broken, you thought you've lost people, you thought that this was it, and it's just the hero that remains alone, knowing he's going to die, knowing that this is not going to end well, and then suddenly, on your left.
And the portals, and everyone just comes back, and it's the big uplifting moment where tears are pouring down your face because everyone is back together, all the people that you have spent this amount of time getting to know and seeing how they work off each other and how they all play off each other and how much they mean to each other, coming back for one big fight. And then another example, the finale of Season 3 of Dragon Prince, where, it just looks hopeless. You've got this mutated sun army coming out of the ground and being brainwashed, and you've got this one guy with the stupid worm thing with the sexy voice, and it's just, your heroes are standing there knowing they're going to die, and Rayla is the last of the Dragon Guard, and she knows that she's not going to be able to do this, but it's in her parents' name, and it's for Callum, and it's for Ezrin, and then out of nowhere, the real Sun Army appear, and the Broken Chain gang who left the army come running back, and even the Blinking Cook comes back with his jelly tarts and his rolling pin.
I'm getting so carried away, but I love this so much. It's that moment where no matter how bleak things get, no matter how much they think that they've lost, but they're still going to keep fighting anyway, and just when you start feeling like they're not going to win this, guys, here comes the cavalry. It just shows how much your characters impacted other people's lives. It just shows how much they meant to this world. It shows how much of a stand they made, the inspiration they caused. Hell, even there's always that one grumpy old mentor or retired person who's like, I've had my days of fighting, I'm not coming back, but good luck to you, even though you're gonna fail. You know they're gonna come back. You know they're gonna come back and completely own house and just decimate all the bad guys. You know it. It's so obvious, but I love it. It's just, it gives you that warm feeling on the inside where you're just like, yes! Here comes the cavalry. Everyone banding together against a dark force, all because your characters made a difference. That rant went on so long, my ice cream has started melting. Number 2, on a similar note to Here Comes the Cavalry, your character needs to go on a quest first. And I love the quest. Oh, the quest. Now, you can have an emotional quest where your character is very introverted and isolated, or has been hurt too many times to be around people, or they've seen the way that battle has changed people. They don't want anything to do with that, but then they learn to grow and be strong and to trust. So then when you get to the end of this emotional quest, they are just a completely different, stronger person that you can look up to. And it's just inspirational, not only as in characters to other characters, but also character to audience. I love it. But then you have the physical quest where you have the journey, you have all the lands to explore, you have people to meet, you have civilizations to visit and learn from, and it goes back to the Other Worlds thing where you can go on so many journeys and this epic quest where you learn so much, and it just broadens the scale both emotionally and environmentally and in so much lore, and here comes another rant, but it's just, love it. At the end of the day, the quest, no matter what kind of quest it is, just adds so much more substance to the story. It gives you more to sink your teeth into, it gives you more to learn, it gives you more to relate to in a way, and it's just a good read. I suppose a good example of a quest. Now, I'm a bit iffy saying this because my husband is going to be so smug. Probably the Percy Jackson series. I can't stand Percy Jackson as a character. I'm sorry, I just don't. He is arrogant, he's selfish, and the only time he's not selfish is when people say, oh, you're selfless to a flaw, and then he feels compelled to go and help one of his friends. I don't like him at all. But the books themselves, and the quests and the lore are really well written, and all the other characters I genuinely love. Even ones outside of the Percy Jackson series, like Magnus Chase, for example. There's just so much to use, and manages to balance a good emotional and physical quest. Yeah, why not? And finally, we have my number one trope that I will always come back to in any story, in any genre, no matter what. I love this so much, and that is the found family. It is cheesy, it is obvious, it is... I got nothing, I can't defend it, I really can't. But come on, think about it. Everyone loves a ragtag group that's thrown together. Everyone loves the left behind orphans that just team up to find a home. Hell, even the Losers Club from It. Things get really twisted in that one, so that's a very bad example, but found family? Scrap that, that was a terrible example. The two found family stories that I've read the most recently are actually Neil Patrick Harris's Magic Misfits series, which does play on the childish side, I will admit, but it's just so sweet and wholesome and does get pretty dark at times, but then you have these kids that just bond together and it's just the sweetest thing. On the other end of the scale, I just finished the Six of Crows duology, which gets so adult and so dark and so twisted, but then you do have this group that are kind of thrown together for a heist that's pretty much a suicide mission, and yet even when they have no reason to stay together, no reason to back each other up, they do, because they don't have anybody else. This is a family. It's a very dysfunctional family, but that's probably the best kind. Even in TV series, you got stuff like Voltron Legendary Defender, which, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the last few series went way skew-if, way off the rails. But I blame Netflix for that, not the writers. But up until that point, but no matter how weird or dysfunctional the series gets, as in plot-wise and writing, those characters are still a family, they still bond together. I love it no matter what genre it is in, no matter how it's presented, no matter how cheesy or cringy or childish it can be. I love a good found family. I love it when a group who don't have anybody else can just find a family in each other and learn to be okay with it. I love it. So there we go. That was a look into my top 5 favourite generic tropes that I will read no matter the story or the genre or what kind of characters. Give me any of those 5 and I will happily demolish that story. So yeah, this is just a fun little thing I thought I'd try out. I think next time I'll do a top 5 tropes that I can't stand, because, you know, everyone loves a good complaint every now and again. But yeah, I think in the future I might do more top 5 tropes for more specific genres or characters, you know, that kind of thing. So I might do a top 5 for horror, a top 5 for... I'd say romance, but I do not like romance stories. But I might do them. I might do my least 5, you know, just stuff like that. I just want to have fun with it, so yes. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what your favourite tropes are. Let me know if you have any suggestions for me, and by all means, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. We're just having fun here. Okay, bye guys.